The episode starts with Naira saying it's not Teej. She sees Kartik's name on her hand and cries. She goes. Bhabhimaa calls Dadi and says Vedika will keep fast on Teej. Kairav and Naira shouldn't be there. Try to convince Kairav. How long will this go on? Dadi says I'm also worried. Bhabhimaa says just send them for tomorrow. It will get easy for everyone. Dadi says I will try my best. Bhabhimaa says Kairav is a little boy and will forget. Naira will feel sad. Dadi says it will be tough for Kartik and Vedika also. I will try. Suwarna asks servant to start Teej preparations at night. Gayo says there is much work. Suwarna says we will start preparations at night. Naira is here. Will she feel good seeing this? Shurika says I forgot this. Gayo says she knows it's Teej tomorrow. Dadi comes. Suwarna says we can control few things. Dadi asks Kairav to go to meet Bhabhimaa and Devayani. Even Nakshir is there. Kairav asks is Teej there? Dadi says no. Kairav says I want to celebrate Teej. She says it's women festival. They are calling you. That house is very big and beautiful. Take Vanch along. Kairav says we will go day after tomorrow. I like to stay here. Vanch says Krish isn't there. We won't go. Kairav says I won't go. Naira looks on and says just agree and understand. Kairav asks why are you sending me? I didn't do any mischief. Why are you punishing me? Kartik comes and says you made me lose. Dadi challenged me that she can make you cry. I said you are strong and won't cry. But you cried. Dadi asks for her prize. Kairav asks were you fooling me? Suwarna says yes. Kairav says I didn't know. Sorry. Kartik says don't cry. No one is going anywhere. He asks Dadi who has a problem with his son. Come and talk directly. He sees Naira and says if anyone has a problem to stay here. Then go. My son won't go against his wish. Naira gets sad and goes. Vedika looks on. Dadi gives sarji to all her bahus. The men also come. Dadi asks them to start eating food. She asks the men to feed their wives well. Kartik imagines Naira coming and saying I'm keeping a fast for you. Feed me well. He goes and feeds her. She says enough now. You want to overfeed me? He says fine then. She says you want me to die of hunger. He says you shouldn't have kept the fast. Don't keep it. She says I want to keep the fast for my frog. He says it's love of few years. She says it's love. It will get increasing day by day. He says I will see. She says I will surely keep fast for you. His imagination ends. Vedika asks him to have tea. Naira comes running. Suwarna asks is everything fine? Kartik asks is Kairav fine? Naira says yes. Injection seal was broken. I came to take the injection. I have to inject him before he wakes up. I got it. They all see Kairav's name on her hand. She says sorry. You all have food. She goes. Kartik goes with her. She injects Kairav and says it doesn't hurt when he is injected in sleep. Kartik says I will arrange an ice box here for medicines. She says no need. He says it's Teej today Naira. She recalls their Teej. Kairav wakes up and wishes them happy Teej. He asks why are you not wishing me? Kartik says happy Teej. Naira says thanks and same to you. Kairav says it will be fun today. Show me your hand. It's nice color. Wow. Gayo said if husband loves wife. The color comes dark. Dad loves you a lot. Kartik says your mum doesn't understand love. She always sees mistakes. Kairav asks did you eat sarji? Dadi told me. He gets a tiffin and asks Kartik to feed her. Naira says I will eat it. She eats. Kartik goes. Kairav says I will go to washroom and come. Dadi says I will feed you by my hands. Vedika says I'm not hungry. Dadi says you have to keep fast. I found out. Kairav applied mehendi on Naira's hand. She washed it away when she knew it. Kairav is a kid. He doesn't know this. Forget it. Vedika says how can I forget it? Dadi says Naira has nothing to do with Teej and Kartik. Vedika goes and says did Naira keep fast? No. She said it's not her Teej. I shall find out once. Naira recalls always keeping fast for Kartik. She says I can never forget Kartik and his love. Her alter self asks her why didn't she stop his marriage? Why did she come to disturb his life? Naira says I just kept my love. Relation changed. Love didn't change. It will always be there. She cries and eats. She says don't know what's this relation called. This is the most beautiful relation in the world. I will fulfill all rituals. She goes to pray. Kartik also comes. They pray for Kairav. He says I found out. Akhilesh handles SIM distribution. He isn't here. He will help. Naira says thanks. He says I'm doing this as company name is involved. Not for you. It's Teej today. She says everyone knows it. I know. Why do you care? Do you want to keep fast? He says no. Someone might be keeping the fast.